recession-proof your martial arts school. Hey everybody, my name is Jennifer Waters and I am the Sales and Systems Sensei. In this video, I'm talking to martial arts school owners that have a little concern about the upcoming recession that we are predicted to go into and are seeking some knowledge about how to defeat the recession, how to actually thrive inside of the recession, and how to make sure you're still achieving your personal goals and dreams of running a business based off of your passion while being profitable at the same time. Guys, I run a program called the 7-Figure Dojo program. We actually teach martial arts school owners how to use systems and how to scale using those systems in a dojo assistant in order to continue to move towards 7 figures. And one of the things that we help martial arts school owners out with this is recession-proofing their school. So first, I just want to say that our flagship school, which generates over 7 figures a year and has been doing it for a decade plus, we first hit our first time ever in 7 figures during the middle of the recession. So when the recession of 2008 started, that's when we really kicked it into high gear and we started enrolling students and then 3 to 4 years later, we were at 7 figures plus. So when I say these tactics work, and they work in the best of times and in the worst of times, I'm telling you, I've already done it and experienced it. So I want you to be able to do the same thing no matter what happens in the next couple of months and years. How can you make sure that your martial arts business doesn't close? You made it through COVID, you made it through the pandemic, but now you're hitting a recession. How do you still thrive and succeed? So I'm going to give you 3 things that you need to keep in mind. First, people buy and value services over things. So you're seeing this economic pullback. People are not wanting to spend as much money on things, right? They may not buy a boat during the recession. They may not buy, toys, expensive things to play with, to go out and adventure on, but they will spend their money on experiences or services. You happen to be a service, and you happen to be a very personal service. So one of the things that I would highly encourage you to do is, if you are an adult-only based martial arts school, you need to start getting good at teaching kids. The reason why is because people are going to spend money on services and they're going to invest time and energy into their children during a recession more than they will for adults. Well, Jennifer, I hate kids. I'm not good with kids. Kids suck. There was times during COVID you had to do things that you didn't want to do and you made it through. And I'm telling you right now, teaching kids isn't as bad as some of those things that you had to do. So get started and start thinking about now, how do I open up a kids program to start solidifying my ability to attract customers during the recession? Because people are going to put more money into services, but especially services that help their children, because it's easier to justify, I want to help my child with focus, or I want to help my child with confidence so that they can grow up and be a focused and confident individual and a productive individual in society, rather than us getting to the point where we're saying, okay, I am going to make sure that I invest into me so that I can lose weight, or I can learn, how to do this style that I've always wanted to do. In those situations, I will cut back as an adult for me before I will cut back on my children. So I would say you really need to start thinking about hosting a kids program. And if you already have a kids program in place, kudos to you. You need to start thinking about the next step, which is this. Only the best at servicing those students are going to keep the clients. So if you just have a school that exists because you have an after-school program, people have to have after school and they come to you, or you just have a school where you teach kids because they're kind of like an afterthought and you have it there, they're going to just cut you as fast as they would anybody else, because you don't have that element that's going to keep them coming back in the worst of times. People do not quit services, they quit relationships. So if you don't have any relationship with your students at all, they're going to quit on you. It's really hard coming up to somebody, looking them in the eyes and saying, you know what, I quit. I don't want to be here anymore and I don't want to see you. That's essentially what they're doing when they put in a cancellation notice, right? So in order to prevent that, look at how you can help serve this person and build a genuine relationship in them. How can you do that? Those are things that you've got to, start thinking about. Okay, I want to build a genuine relationship. I want to serve them. And how do I go about doing that? Well, you have to make sure that you're staying on top of your service, that you have great classes and you have exceptional customer service. People will stay if they feel valued. So right now, something that you can do right now in this video is list out 5 to 10 things that you can do every single week to make sure that your students feel that they are valued. And start doing them now before things get tough. Because if you do this now, when things do get tough, it's going to be harder and harder for people to just come up to you and say, hey, I'm quitting because of the recession, because of the economy. They're going to figure out other things that they can pull back on before they pull back on you. Guys, if you gained a lot of value from this video, smash that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, keep being awesome!